I used to know the enemy by how he held his silence, by how he used the room and how the room adjusted back. I studied him for years before I understood the method. And somewhere in the studying, I learned to move like that. It happened slow the way the important changes happen. Not overnight, but across the architecture of a decade. And one morning in the mirror, I recognized the posture of the man I'd spend my youth and best intentions trying to evade. I became the thing that I had come to dismantle. I became the thing by learning how to handle every room the way he would, every door the way he'd close it. I became the thing, and only I can know it. I don't know if this is failure or the inevitable physics of a man who wears a method long enough to wear it in. Maybe every generation builds the very thing it's fighting, and the next one learns it and begins again. I'm not asking for forgiveness, there's no absolution in this song. I'm just naming what I see in the window when it's dark enough to show the truth of things. I became the thing, and the thing is not all bad. The thing is also discipline and patience and the keeping of a code. So maybe I became something worth becoming. I became the thing, not everything, but some of it. I became the thing, and I'm still living from it, learning what to keep from what I should have left behind. I became the thing, and now I'm trying to redesign. I have never needed to raise my voice to make room, no. I am there. The ones who shout the loudest have the least amount to share. I learned this from the winters in the rooms where men decide that the quietest presence at the table has the most inside. Silence is my language, the most fluent tongue I own. Silence is my message to a room full of the known. You fill the air with signal, I fill mine with space. And the man who understands silence controls the pace, controls the place. They ask me what I'm thinking when I haven't said a word. I think how much already have I let you think you've heard. Every pause is purposeful, every gap a door I hold. The man who learns to use the silence is the man who owns the cold. Silence is my language, the only one I need. Silence is the pressure that makes the room conceive. Oh, 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 oh. I have watched men nervous in the absence of my speech. I have watched them fill the quiet with exactly what I see. Their own admission, their own fear, their own need to be heard. And that is how you learn a room without saying a single word. Silence is my language, and I am fluent in the dark. Silence is my empire, and the quietest is the mark of a man who doesn't need it, the approval or the stage. Silence is the loudest thing on any given page. Oh, 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 oh.
At 2 a.m. the phone rings, and I know before I answer that someone's in a room they shouldn't be in on their own. I dress without complaint, because that's what this kind of life asks. And driving to the dark to bring somebody safely home. They never ask the ones they call how many times they've done it. They never ask what weight accumulates across the years. They just know the number, and they dial it when it's critical, and trust that I'll be standing when the dust of it clears. I am the one they call when the night gets too heavy to carry. I am the one they call when the story gets too hard to narrate. I don't ask for credit, I don't ask for a thank you. I am the one they call, and that is enough for now. I pulled men from the edges of decisions that were permanent. I've sat in hospital corridors till morning turned to light. I've been the only number in the phone that still meant safety. And I've done it because someone had to do it right. But I'll tell you what nobody asks, the one they always call. He goes home to an empty room and makes his own way through the night without a number. He died. Who calls the one they call when he needs someone to answer? Nobody ever asked, and I never said. I am the one they call, and I answer every time. I am the one they call, not from duty, from design, because somebody has to be the steady in the storm. I am the one they call, and I was built for this and more. I remember your name, not the way that the wounded remember, not with anger, not with fire,
just the way a man remembers a number he intends to call. I remember what you said and what you didn't say, and what your silence in that room cost me every single day. I remember your name. I remember the chair you sat in. I remember the hand you extended while the other one was planning. I remember your name. Don't think that I forgot. Don't build your life too high on a foundation I have not. I remember your name. You moved across the city like a man who'd walked away clean. You told yourself the story where you're somewhere in between. Not guilty, not exactly, just surviving like we all do. But surviving on the grave of what you buried, that's on you. I remember your name. I remember the chair you sat in. I remember the hand you extended while the other one was planning. I remember your name. Don't think I forgot. I've just been building everything on the foundation of what's not. I don't need to explain what comes next. You already know what a man who remembers and says nothing has in store. I just wanted you to know that I remember your name. I remember your name. I remember every detail. I've had years of practice and patience never fails. I remember your name. I watched my father age inside a room that fear had built. He carried every decision like a lifetime full of guilt. His hands were always steady, but his eyes had learned to hide the cost of what he'd built for us and kept us all inside. He called me to his bedside in the winter of his reign and handed me the burden with a pride that looked like pain. The son inherits everything the father chose to bear, the weight of every promise made and every silent prayer. The throne was never golden, it was iron in disguise. And I became my father through my father's own demise. The son inherits I wear his coat in winter when the business calls me out. I learned his way of listening, so I never have to shout. The men who served him bow to me, they think they see him still. And maybe that's the greatest gift, to carry forward his will. Some sons inherit money, some inherit names and land. I inherited a kingdom that required a steady hand. The son inherits everything the father chose to bear, the weight of every promise made and every silent prayer. The throne was never golden, it was iron in disguise. And I became my father through my father's own demise. I never told him that I understood until the day I couldn't anymore. I never told him that I forgave the life he chose behind that door. I would have chosen different, but I would have chosen him every time, every weight, every burden, and every sin. The son inherits everything, including what he cannot say. I walked through winters that would break a weaker man, across the frozen fields of everything I had. They took the fire first, and then they took the light, and left me with the cold to figure out the night. I learned to eat the silence like it was a meal. I learned to treat the loneliness like something I could feel, not as a womb, but as a teacher, as a guide. The emptiness outside was smaller than the one inside. This is the way to winter, no summer fully heals. This is the price of standing, when every bone just wants to kneel. But I am still here, still here, still standing in the cold. And everything they tried to break just made me iron and old. The men who left me for the dead have built their lives. They drink their wine at tables lit with candles and with lights. I don't begrudge them warmth, I just refuse to freeze. I build my fire slowly from the splinters of their trees. They said survive the winter and you'll understand the spring. I never chased the flowers, I just learned what cold can bring. This is the way to winter, that no summer fully heals. This is the price of standing, when every bone just wants to kneel. But I am still here, still here, still standing in the cold. And everything they tried to bury just turned to iron and gold. You don't know what a man is made of till you watched him freeze alone. You don't know what a man is worth till you watched him build a home from nothing, from ash, from the ruins of a life they said was done. I am still here, after everything. I am still here. I walked through winters that would break a weaker man, and I am still walking. I made an oath in a room with no windows to men who would hold it until they were dust. I placed my hand on a language of silence and swore to the things that a man swears in trust. Not God, not country,
not low as they ride it, but something more ancient than all of that weight. The code that was handed from father to father, the oath that arrives at the end, never late. They say oaths are broken, they say codes are fiction. They've never stood in the room where it's real. This is the oath I was given and kept. This is the code that I carried while others slept. This is the weight that I chose at the door. This is the life of a man who swore not to be righteous, not to be clean, but to be what he said and to mean what he means. This is the oath, and it holds me still past the grave of the men and past the code of the will. I've seen men break it, I have seen what it costs. I have watched the unsworn build their houses on frost, and I have seen them collapse when the season came cold, because a man without an oath has nothing to hold. Not judge of others, just keeper of mine. The oath doesn't care about your bottom line. This is the oath I was given and kept. This is the call that I carried when others slept. This is the weight that I welcomed at the door. This is the life of a man who swore. What I stood for, I won't have to think. It was never about the empire or the power or the drink. It was about the word I gave in a room with no light, and the fact that 40 years later I kept it. Tonight when it cost me everything, I kept the oath, and that is my everything. Oh, oh. This is the oath I was given and kept. This is the code that I carried when others slept. This is the weight, the burden, the crown. This is the life of a man who never put the oath down. Never put the oath down. Never put the oath down. Never put it down. I made a ghost of him the day I stopped returning calls. I made a ghost of him by absence, nothing else at all. No confrontation, no betrayal, no dramatic final scene. Just the slow erosion of a man
who used to mean everything. I told myself the reasons, and they sounded reasonable. The distance was protective, I was keeping things clean. But somewhere past the silence and the years I wasn't watching, he became a ghost I made, not something in between. The ghost I made of him still sits in certain chairs. The ghost I made of him still walks in certain stairs. I pass his name sometimes in rooms that hold our past. The ghost I made of him was not supposed to last this long. I see his children now on photographs I wasn't in. I calculate the seasons of the years I let begin without him, and I wonder at the architecture of my reasons, and whether they were real or whether I was just convenient. There is a kind of harm that doesn't need a weapon, just a door you stop opening and a phone you stop answering. And I am guilty of it, and I carry it clean, the way a gentleman carries the things that cost him without making it anyone else's weight. The ghost I made of him is the only one I see. The ghost I made of him is the version next to me of who I could have been if I had made a different call. The ghost I made of him is partly me, after all. After all.
I was born in the dark before I knew what light was for, in rooms where men worked tired and walls held quiet wars. No silver in the bloodline, no safety net below, just a fire in my chest and nowhere else to go. They said that where you start in life is where you're meant to end. that blood will tell on everything, and fate will never bend. But I have watched the ceilings fall on men who thought they stood above, and I have seen the floors become the thrones of those who chose to shove. I am not what I was given, I am what I chose to take. Every version of myself before was practice for what I would make. I was born in the dark, but I will not die there. I was built from the cold, but I carry the fire. Every scar on my hands is a chapter of proof that a man who wants nothing can never take you. Born in the dark, born to rise. I wore the same clothes for a season, not from shame but choice. I was saving every fragment, building power, finding voice. I studied every man above me, how he walked and where he slipped. And I waited till I knew the game before I made my trip. They say you cannot choose your beginning, but you own your middle page. And I have written every chapter of my life in careful rage. I was born in the dark, but I will not die there. I was built from the cold, but I carry the fire. Every scar on my hands is a chapter of proof that a man who wants nothing can never take you. To every man who's standing at the bottom, looking up, to every hand that's empty and every empty cup, to every voice that told you that your blood decides your worth, let them watch, just let them watch, let them see what you're worth. You were born for more than what they gave you at the start. You were built from harder things, let it show the world your heart. I was born in the dark and I carried my own light. I was written off before I started and I own the night. I was born in the dark, and I carried my own light. I was written off before I started, and I own the night. I was born in the dark, but I will not die there. I was built from the cold, but I carry the fire. Every scar on my hands is a chapter of proof. Every road that they closed, I made into a truth. Born in the dark, born to rise.
dawn to dark. I was born in the dark before I knew what light was for. In rooms where men worked tired and walls held quiet wars. No silver in the bloodline, no safety net below. Just a fire in my chest and nowhere else to go. They said that where you start in life is where you're meant to end. That blood will tell on everything and fate will never bend. But I have watched the ceilings fall on men who thought they stood above. And I have seen the floors become the thrones of those who chose to shove. I am not what I was given, I am what I chose to take. Every version of myself before was practice for what I would make. I was born in the dark, but I will not die there. I was built from the cold, but I carry the fire.
The night before is the longest kind of night. Not because anything has happened yet, but because everything is about to, and your body already knows it. I pressed my suit this evening, not from habit, from intention. Every crease a choice, every button a decision. I ate alone, slowly, the way you eat when you're not eating for hunger, but for the maintenance of something that needs to function at full capacity tomorrow. I read the same page 4 times, put the book down, poured a glass, and sat with what I know. The night before is its own kind of holy. When the work is done, and the work is done, the night before is the silence before the answer. When the question's been decided and the game's already won. I have been here before. Not this room, not this night, but this particular silence that comes when a man is finally ready and has nothing left to fear, because the fearing is finished. They will not see it coming, not because I've hidden, but because they stopped watching a long time ago, and that is their mistake, not mine. The night before is its own kind of holy. The preparation is the prayer. The night before is the last moment of nothing, before I'm everywhere. I turned the lights off at 11, slept without difficulty. A man who's ready for tomorrow has no argument with sleep.
I didn't celebrate when it began to fall. I made a cup of tea and read the morning papers. I noted what had happened, what the numbers showed, and poured a second cup for later. I have been waiting for this particular arithmetic for longer than most people keep a patience. And the satisfaction is exactly what I thought, but quieter, and nothing like elation. Watch it fall. Everything they built, watch it fall. Every stone and stilt. I don't need applause, I don't need to see it close. Watch it fall from the window of everything it cost. They overreached, that was the first mistake. The second was forgetting what they'd started. The third was building everything on what they'd taken from a man who never once in 7 years departed from the plan, from the patience, from the point. Yeah, and you don't destroy a man's empire by attacking it directly. You wait until the weight of it becomes the thing that ends it. Watch it fall. Everything they stole, watch it fall. Every page for roll. I don't need the credit, I don't need the name on stone. Watch it fall from the window of everything I own. I feel no rage about this. The rage was used as fuel years ago. What I feel right now is something closer to an accountant looking at a final row of numbers that balances. Watch it fall, the architecture of a lie. Watch it fall, the way things do in time. I'm not at the door waiting, I'm not making a sound. Watch it fall from the window and let it settle in the ground. I built things that will stand when no one knows my name is on them. I laid foundations under buildings people walk above. I made decisions that will echo 40 years in ripples that nobody will trace back to the source of where they come from. That's how I wanted it, not from a lack of pride, but from a deeper understanding of what permanence requires. The man who builds for credit builds a different kind of structure than the man who builds because the thing itself requires. The invisible legacy is the one that doesn't ask for a plaque. The invisible legacy is the thing that holds the world in the bag of the mind of every person who was shaped by what you made. The invisible legacy is the longest kind of mark a man has laid. On the bridge, but I know where I put the steel. My name will not be on the building, but I know which floor is real. I did the work that needed doing at the level that it needed, and I sleep the way a man sleeps when his conscience is completed. They will wonder how it held so long. They will study what was underneath. They will find the quality of something built by someone who believed that the work itself was the reward and left it at that. The invisible legacy is the one the centuries will find. The invisible legacy is the one that doesn't need a sign. I built it, I am done now. I can go in peace at last. The invisible legacy is the only one that lasts. I shook his hand a little longer than I had to. I looked him in the eye the way you do when it's the last. I didn't say the words that would have told him what was coming. I just memorized his face and let the moment pass. She poured the coffee one more time and stood beside the window. I watched her like a man who's memorizing light. I took the coat, I took the key, I left the photograph behind and closed the door so gently, like it wasn't closing night. This is the last goodbye that nobody will name. This is the door that closes and never opens the same. I don't get a ceremony, I don't get a final scene, just a morning full of ordinary things and the space between. I drove through every street that built the man I was becoming. I stopped once at the corner where the whole thing had begun. I sat with it for longer than a ghost has got the right to, then pointed toward the highway and I drove into the sun. No anger in the leaving, no regret in the design, just the understanding that some exits aren't resignations, they are simply time.
This is the last goodbye, the kind that goes unsaid. This is the last goodbye for a man the world thinks dead. Not gone, just somewhere different, not lost, just finally free. This is the last goodbye from the last version of me.
father told me never draw your gun unless you mean to end it. And every man deserves one chance to leave before you send it. I sat across from men who begged and men who tried to lie. I poured them all a glass of wine and looked them in the eye. This life was never what I chose, it chose me from the start. I learned to keep my hands real clean by hardening my heart. I am the last of a dying kind, a gentleman with a criminal mind. I live by codes that the world forgot. I give what's earned and I take what's not. The last gentleman. They call it organized, but there ain't nothing organized in grief. When you bury men who trusted you and call yourself a chief. I iron my suit every morning like my father showed me how. Some rituals remind you what you swore and what you vowed. They see the suit, they see the cane, they see the silver ring. They never see the boy who lost everything to be this thing. I am the last of a dying kind, a gentleman with a criminal mind. I live by codes that the world forgot. I give what's earned and I take what's not. The last gentleman. You wanna know the cost of all this power? Every quiet room, every sleepless hour, every name I carry like a stone beneath my chest, every deal I made just to outlast the rest. I gave everything and still they wanted more. I bled on every floor and still they called for war. Give what's hurt and I take what's not. The last gentleman. She wore the kind of silence that a man could live inside. She never asked me what I did or told me where to hide. She poured my coffee every morning like the world was clean, and loved me past the edges of the places I had been. I told her she deserved a better world than mine to walk. She said she chose me knowing, and we never spoke of it again in talk. Ivory and ash, that's what we were. A beautiful collision of the clean and the obscure. She was the light I never felt. I'd earned the right to hold, and I was the fire that kept her warm and left her in the cold. Ivory and ash, I miss the night she needed me. There was business to attend. I told myself I'd make it right. That isn't how it ends. Oh, she left no letter, left no word, just a gardenia on the sill, the kind she always wore in spring. I keep it with me still. A man can rule a city, hold the dark within his fist, but can't explain the warmth that comes from being truly missed. Ivory and ash, that's what we were. A beautiful collision of the clean and the obscure. She was the light I never felt. I'd earned the right to hold, and I was the fire that kept her warm and left her in the cold. I have stood in rooms where powerful men wept. I have never understood it till tonight. I have signed my name to things I can't take back, but nothing cost as much as losing her to this life. She was the only thing I built that mattered, and I let the work destroy the one thing that was real. Ivory and ash, that's what we were. A beautiful destruction of the clean against the blood. She was the grace I never felt. I'd earned the right to keep, and I am the winter she deserved to never have to meet. Ivory and ash. Ivory and ash. I've been right about most things, say that without apology. built enough to know the shape of what I know. But there was one time, one specific winter in my late 30s, where I was wrong in a way that took 5 years to show. I thought I understood a man because I'd studied him for seasons. I thought the reading I had done was close enough to truth. I acted on that confidence without the margin for the error, and it cost me more than I had planned to lose. The one time I was wrong was the most expensive lesson. The one time I was wrong was the most useful session of everything I've learned in 40 years of careful moving. The one time I was wrong is the thing I'm still improving from. I didn't hide from it, I sat inside the consequence directly. I didn't make excuses for the calculation that had failed. I took apart exactly where the thinking had gone sideways, and I rebuilt the whole methodology from what it had unveiled. I'm telling you this plainly because the man I wanna be is honest about the limits of what he thought he knew. The most dangerous thing walking is a man who's never been wrong, who hasn't built the muscle of accounting for the cost. Don't be that man. The one time I was wrong taught me how to be more right. The one time I was wrong turned the error into light. I don't celebrate the mistake, but I honor what it gave. The one time I was wrong made me someone worth the page. Revenge is a fire. It burns and it's finished. Justice is a river. It takes exactly the time it needs. Revenge is the sound of a man losing patience. Justice is the sound of a man who proceeds without announcing. I've watched men burn their enemies in anger and in public, and spend the next decade rebuilding what the fire cost them too. The man who chases vengeance trades his future for a moment. Justice asks you not to rush and does the work for you. Justice is patient. She doesn't need your help to arrive. Justice is patient. She only asks that you survive long enough to witness the mathematics of the truth. Justice is patient, and she charges compound interest on what's due. I built my life beside this principle and tested it in winter. I watched the men who wronged me build and overreach and fall. I never moved against them, I just moved without them in the picture. And justice did what justice does, which is takes care of all. There is a discipline required in choosing not to strike, when every instinct in your body tells you now is right. That discipline is everything that separates the kinds of men who end up in the history from the ones who end the same as them. Justice is patient, and I have learned to be the same. Justice is patient, and patience is the longer game. I don't need to see it happen, I don't need to be the cause. Justice is patient, so am I. And that is the last law. I've been right about most things, say that without apology. I've built enough to know the shape of what I know. But there was one time, one specific winter in my late 30s, where I was wrong in a way that took 5 years to show. I thought I understood a man because I'd studied him for seasons. I thought the reading I had done was close enough to truth. I acted on that confidence without the margin for the error, and it cost me more than I had planned to lose. The one time I was wrong was the most expensive lesson. The one time I was
wrong was the most useful session of everything I've learned in 40 years of careful moving. The one time I was wrong is the thing I'm still improving from. I didn't hide from it. I sat inside the consequence directly. I didn't make excuses for the calculation that it failed. I took apart exactly where the thinking had gone sideways, and I rebuilt the whole methodology from what it had unveiled. I'm telling you this plainly because the man I wanna be is honest about the limits of what he thought he knew. The most dangerous thing walking is a man who's never been wrong, who hasn't built the muscle of accounting for the cost. Don't be that man. The one time I was wrong taught me how to be more right. The one time I was wrong turned the error into light. I don't celebrate the mistake, but I honor what it gave. The one time I was wrong made me someone worth the page.
The street that built me had no name worth putting on a map. A strip of broken concrete where the promises fell flat. But every man who walked learned a language none could write, the grammar of survival and the dialect of night. Talk about the education, I talk about mine too. Corner of the place where I learned everything I knew. The street that built me wasn't pretty, wasn't kind. They took the soft parts of a boy and left the iron behind. I don't go back often, can't undo what it has done, but everything I am today was started on that run. The street that built me, faster, more energy. I watched the old men play their cards beneath the hanging lights. I watched the hungry ones decide what they were worth at night. Watch the ones who tried to leave and the ones who chose to stay. And I decided somewhere in between I'd build my own damn way. They gave me nothing formal, no diploma and no key, just the education of a place that didn't care for me. The street that built me wasn't pretty, wasn't kind. It took the soft parts of a boy and left the iron behind. I don't go back often, can't undo what it has done, but everything I am today was started on that run. I have stood in rooms with powerful men, and not one of them scared me, because every man I've ever met was softer than that street was to me. It didn't break me, it didn't take me, it made me exactly what they never saw coming. The street that built me wasn't pretty, wasn't kind. It took the soft in me and forged the iron behind. I walk with it, I carry it, I can't